I'm live. I'm live. Come on in. You know, I listen to myself do that. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, why do you do it?
I don't know.
To annoy your husband.
To annoy my husband. Howdy, howdy. Come on in. Say hello. Tell me where you're from. I know, I roll my sleeves up. Turn my fan on. It'll be alright.
Going for a farm girl tonight?
I'm going for farm girl tonight. Hi, T. How are you?
Hi, Midge.
Welcome to my hot mess. Hi, Midge. Hi, Dan. Hi, Pam. Hi, Joyce.
T, we got your big old sign ready to go out in the mail tomorrow.
Big old sign. Those things are so big. I've used one before, and I just guess I don't remember how big they were. Big, big, big. Cranberry text. Granberry. Well, welcome, Mary Jo. Is it snowing now, Linda? How much snow did you get? It was a little chilly here today, but no snow. So, you guys have asked in the private group and the public group, and I've always not wanted to do a grave saddle on my public live because it's kind of a hot mess when I make one. Because anything like you design, you know, you might have a vision of how you want it to look, but you might have to go pull something out of a tub or off the wall or, you know, whatever. So you're so excited to see it. So I'm going to do a grave saddle. And I kind of did some little arranging in my holes or in my styrofoam to kind of see how I wanted to place it. I've made a few lately, so okay. I think it's bent a little bit. Now, okay. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kathy. We're making a grave saddle. So, for starters, the smaller the flower, the more you're going to need. This is an 8-inch metal, and these are all metal. I have made them on, what did I do with it? Oh. I also use these that are still 8 inches, but it's just like a wire base, and it's got little rubber things on them, and they'll go a little tighter than what these will. So if you have like a skinny, if someone has a skinny stone, these would work better. I like these because I can do deco mesh ones. You put 15 ties through here, and I'll make one of those sometimes, but I like these. You like your new signs? Awesome, Debbie. So for tonight, we're going to do one of these. I order my styrofoam through Sims Pottery now because it's a lot cheaper than buying it at Walmart. And I have glue it to my base, but then I also run wire with my big needles through, and then I tie it on the bottom. And then when I'm done, I will put some glue on here so the wire doesn't scratch anything. Oh, thanks, T. Hi, Shauna. Welcome. So, I'm not good at names of flowers. I know a carnation, a rose, a lily, and the basics. A peony. So, who was I laughing at the other day? Someone goes, they say I'm peony or peony.
Peony. That's how they're said.
They're a penny.
They're not pennies. They're peonies.
No, they're a penny. We said pennies. I'm from Central. I'm from Illinois. But, okay. So, this is called a leather leaf fern. I get mine. These ones came from Craft Outlet. I have got some from Sims, but I didn't like them so much. And then I actually just did one using eucalyptus. That's the first time I'd ever done one. A lady just picked it up today, and she didn't want the fullness that these make, and so I took them out, and I made her a different one actually, and I just used eucalyptus branches, the real small ones, and she loved it. Hi, Mary. You used floral tape. Well, where the one I just made for someone, I know the cemetery, and it's kind of out at the edge of town. It's really, really windy out there, so I kind of wanted to make sure that they had it really, really secured, because she gets every 2 or 3 times a year she gets a grave saddle for her sister and a wreath of some sorts for her husband that died. So I used to work with her, and I actually used to work with her husband that died. So, hi, Dawn. So these were a little bit longer. Might need another one. Let's see. So these are a little bit longer. It kind of is real skinny wire, and then it gets thicker. I usually cut the skinny part off because it's a little too long. And when I first did these, I put everything in, and when I liked it, I took each one out and glued it. But now I've gotten to the point where I can start gluing it. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Get my glue pot over here. So the flowers over here I've already got cut. I know I want to use them. But the first thing, still ain't got this. It's a little wonky. This is going to stay wonky. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to build our base around. If you ever looked at a cemetery saddle, it's usually got a fern base. Dawn, we're making a cemetery saddle. Everybody had, oh, yep, see, I bent it. Maybe I should just stop playing with it. It can, oh, I see. I see.
You broke it.
Oh, I really did it now. It's staying like that. We're just going to, what you do on one side, you do on the other. What you do on this side, you do on the other. Unless you want to make something very, very unique. Thank you, T. So I just put a little glue on the bottom, and about halfway up, maybe I should have cut it off shorter, because I like it all the way in. It's coming back out. I didn't cut it short enough. Now, I don't know if it would be better for you. It'll probably be side camera. Go ahead and change cameras, babe. Hey there, Tracy. So I'm going to push it all the way into the bottom stem. And then you kind of bend them down is what I do. You can bend them up and down, however you want it to lay. This one's a little funky. Where did you get the legs? It's a metal frame. I got it at Sims Pottery. You can get them at Michael's. They're really expensive. You pay like $9 for them at Michael's. I was bending this, playing with it to see how tight it could get, and I shouldn't have. I should have waited until after the live. Okay. So we're just going to cut some of this off. You need to, well, I don't want to badger, I don't want to make fun of anybody that's trying to make something different. Most grave saddles that I have seen and the ones I have done is very symmetrical. I'm not saying that all the flowers were always exactly symmetrical. Once in a while I might have ran out of a carnation, so I put a mum of the same color in there. But once you get it all full, you don't see it. One little flower is not going to hurt. So I just go back and forth, and then I'm going to do in the middle back here. I'll push it all the way in. I just kind of make them curve a little bit and get all the glue spiders off of them. I got my pick machine out if we need it. Sometimes you don't need one when you're doing one of these, because as long as you glue everything, it's not going, they're not going anywhere. Okay. So then once we have our 4s, one on each side, then we just start filling in. So we'll probably put 2 in the middle of those. Hi, Amy. How are you? And you want your leaves to overlap just a little bit, because you want it. Huh? What, are you being a butt?
I'm just being a smart aleck.
He's being a butt. You don't want to overlap them? Don't overlap them. So then I put one here right at the corner. Sometimes you get smaller ones in the package, and sometimes I'll use those for the corner. Because you really don't need a full one, but thank you, Debbie. If you guys wouldn't mind sometime jumping over to YouTube and subscribing there also. I'm trying to work on building that page. I've worked so much on my Facebook. We kind of took a break from YouTube because, you know, downloading and uploading your Facebook, but now we can stream them to both at the same time.
Best $25 I ever spent.
Yeah, it does cost us $25, but it saves a ton of work.
$25 I spent on the business. I'm telling you.
And these do make quite a mess. I've got a little mat underneath here, so if I drip any major glue.
Yeah, you don't want to get glue on the new mat.
I just bought a new mat. I don't want to ruin it yet.
It's only got one side, so.
About 6 months I get out of a mat. It bothers me.
I got an idea. What you should do is, if you are tonight, you should have flipped it over to the other side.
Oh, there you go. See, so here's one
Now
that's, yeah, I know. So here's, see how these are a little bit, this is a little smaller. It only has 3 leaves instead of the 5. I would use one of those on the corner.
Or take one with 5 and cut 2 of them off and put it on the corner.
He's going to be like that tonight.
Just saying.
Rotten.
Suggestion.
So guys, just remember, Floyd will be going live for me after the 26th for a little while. I'll be here, but doctor's got a rotator, work on my rotator cuff. Now, if you wanted it very, very full, you could put one on each corner, so that would take off this part and then go around like that. This is how I've always done it. But not to say that you have to do it exactly the same way. Awesome, T. You gotta do double duty. I do that all the time. I'll watch somebody and I'm either working on something, prepping something.
Story of my life, Tracy. Story of my life.
Daylight the dollar short. He thinks he's so funny.
Oh, T, be careful what you wish for.
He's done a few lives, not too many, but.
Well, we're going to get lots of practice.
He's going to get lots of practice.
Over the next couple of weeks.
Okay. So I did. Save those for the next one. Okay, so here's our base. So you can see under here, but once we get all the flowers, if this bothers you, I save all my leaves that I cut off of flowers, and I have glued flowers or leaves all along here if it bothers you. Once you get everything
put
full,
moss on it. Just getting in practice for when I take over.
He's so look at her. Okay.
All right, I'll shut up now.
That you first.
Hey.
Okay, so we have our base. So you always want to start with first you want a color scheme. So do you want something pinks or blues, or I've done a fall one. Is this on autofocus again? So I thought I just saw it.
Well, no.
Okay. It might have just been the glare. Hi, Rosalind. You want a focal point. So everything we do with flowers, florals, has a focal point. So whether it be a very large flower. Now, I bought most of these flowers came from Joann Fabrics. A few of them from Walmart. So, you know, the more money you spend on flowers, the bigger they can be most of the time. So I got some, I love these, don't even tell you what they are. I don't know what that is.
Large white flower.
Large white flower. That is what it is. Because all it says is spring bushes.
It's not even a bush.
Well, it was a bush. I cut it off. Oh, this is a hydrangea. I know that one. And a rose. And this is a, I think these look like cabbage roses. Cabbage roses and peonies look same to me. But anyway.
Hi, Vincent.
Hi,
Welcome.
Vincent. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
So we're going to start with our white as a focal point. Now, if you have a pick machine and you want to pick them all, pick them all. I've done that too before. But the only time I really pick them when I'm doing something in styrofoam is if they're not tall enough. And if you get a really short one and you need it really long, you can pick a pick. I put in 3 picks on something just to get it the length I need.
Gotten?
Gotten. I'm not in school no more. I thought you were going to shut up.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
So he's going to start in the middle.
Illinois-isms.
He makes fun of my Illinois-isms.
He wants to know how many flowers are you going to use on this?
A lot. So just remember.
There's an answer for
and you really can't say how many because I can't get to it right now. I have one on the floor that had some smaller flowers in it, so I used more. So these are fairly large flowers, so I'm going to use less. So it really depends on the number of flower or the type of. So yeah. Okay. So then I have my rose-colored pennies. Pennies. Because they always had ants growing on them.
What's that got to do with anything?
You will count as I go. Okay, well, we can count them at the end. So we want, this is the tallest step we're going to do, and then we want to arch it down like a half circle. So these are going to be a little bit lower.
Hi, Jen. Welcome.
Hi, Jen.
Dawn wants to know how tall the center flower is.
Oh, you guys are getting technical on me.
We're just trying to learn.
I'm going to get a ruler. Oh, no.
You need to go get one?
No, I can use this. It's about 8 inches. But you can go bigger, or I've made them shorter. It's your curve. So if you go shorter, your flowers on this side need to be shorter. If you go taller, you know, it's going to make a huge. I've seen some that are like big. I make mine average.
It's all in what you or your customer want.
Yep. So, but this is probably an average height of what I do. Find all my white big flowers.
And just remember, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Jen, she's making a cemetery saddle for on top of a tombstone.
Yep. I sold quite a few last year during 4th of July season.
If you use the other base that she uses most of the time. You could throw it on top of your mailbox if you wanted to.
Yes, people have used these for mailbox swags.
Absolutely.
This kind right here,
because works really good
because you can like really get them in tight if you have a small stone or you put it on a mailbox. I just chose to use this kind tonight.
Something different.
I have both kinds. Actually, I have one too that I have not used. It's got big twisty ties like you get on a work wreath form, and I got to think about that one, how I want to do it.
Mailbox.
Probably. So you can see here how we're going. We're making a half circle.
It's an 8-inch base, Jen.
Yep, it's 8 inches, and I had my styrofoam was longer, and I just cut it to the size of the base. So I usually use 2 flowers. You can use 3. Hi, Ricky. You can use as many as you want. Everything that we do in our crafting is what our customer wants or what we envision. So we can only work as a basis for what we're doing. And everything that, all my leaves that push up, I'm pushing them up. Because I want the greenery up top. Some of them that I make, like this one pushes up. Some of the gray saddles I make, I don't want greenery seen. It's just the look I'm going for. I would suggest when if you decide that you want to make one, that you don't glue it in at first until you get to, this one's coming back out.
Jen, we're not quite sure what the white flower is.
I'm not a botanist.
Yes, Ricky, that is a grave saddle.
Yep. Or a mailbox swag. See right there, that one I had to take back out because it wasn't low enough down here like this other one. Ouch. And then again, it doesn't have to be perfect either. So I don't have a whole lot of room in here. I'm not going to put this white flower down here. So we're going to save that for later when we put some of our small flowers. Okay. Or let's see here.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. I'm going to reserve that right. Put those 2 right there. So usually when I make, bring out all the flowers I want, then if I put one in, like this is our center. So when I put one here, I cut one off and put it in a pile because I know I'm going to need it on the other side. That way you can build with what you have, not with what your pattern that you have, in your head.
Someone says, hello, gorgeous lady. I'm not going to try to butcher her name. Be the top of your comments.
Mm-hmm. You're going to hit the ban button on that one in a minute. I'm not sure. It's almost like a opened. I wonder if it's a penny that's opened. Because these are half closed. I wonder if that's a penny that's opened. That's kind of what it looks like. Hey, Lindy. Just go ahead and block him now.
Yeah, well, that's what I tried, and
okay, so we got our center, and now we're going to work on a side.
I may have just killed live on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Can you guys still see us on Facebook?
Hi, Laura. Can you guys still see us? Because Floyd's over there trying to get rid of an annoyance. No, it's not a magnolia. I know that. Oh, I do know what a magnolia is.
Hi, Lindy.
Tell me if you guys are here, because Floyd was doing something. Yep, Nancy says yes.
Okay. Because when I went to block that user, it said I disabled StreamYard's access to Facebook. Oh, that's not good.
We had a little unfriendly person. Here we go. Everybody's here.
Okay.
Okay. So now, turn this way so you can see it. I'm going to start working back and forth. You wouldn't want to put a white flower here unless you're going for just that overall look of white. That's what I thought, Tracy, after I started looking at it more. It looked like one that's opened up. So now as we went like this, we want to go like this as well. Okay? Okay, so I have those. I'm trying to remember what I put in there when I was playing around. These are, I don't know what these are. These came from Walmart. Thanks, Lindy. He was a creeper. I knew that in his first comment. And I have some, I don't know if I want those. Those have yellow in the middle. I have some little baby roses too. Oh, there was some. Okay. So the ones that you can push up, I like push up flowers because then you bring all the leaves up top. So what I do is I kind of hold it here and then it shows me how much I need to knock off. Because you want a little bit to go into the styrofoam, but especially this one. With that other one, if the stems are too long, it'll just shoot out the bottom, where this one just hits that metal plate. Thanks, Beverly. Oh, no, he wasn't putting my work down. He was hitting on me. Okay. So then we'll do the exact, ooh, and these things get spiders everywhere.
Don't burn yourself again tonight.
I already did. But it was on the pot glue, not the. So you just go back and forth.
He says the white flowers are called Hollingsworth peony.
Woo!
Getting kind of technical there, T.
It's a penny.
Peony.
It's a penny.
It's not a penny.
Yes, it is. He makes fun of me all the time.
She talks fun.
I don't talk funny. Okay, so now we got a lot of pink in here, and let's go back with some white. So you want to angle in at an angle. Because you want to be able to get this rounded look. And these big white Hollingsworth pennies take up a lot of room. He's over here laughing at me, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's see what else I got. I got a bunch of pink flowers from Joanne Fabrics. I ordered them online and then made my husband go pick them up.
True story.
Lindy.
Not a penny, a peony.
Peony. How's that?
Oh, that's better.
It's a peony. Oh, those, okay, so this kind does not, the leaves just pop off. So we'll just cut it off. Peony. I kind of hold him in there as I'm looking at him. And that one's, the thicker the stem, you might have to pick it if you have issues. These hydrangeas.
Thank you, Lindy.
Peony.
Did you catch and answer the question about the type of foam?
Oh, no. It's just regular. It's the, what do they call it? It's not the smooth textured foam.
Because that was about the same time the creeper showed up.
It's the green floral styrofoam, not the wet foam. You don't want the wet foam.
Rosalind asked if
Hi, Pat.
is that a certain kind of foam for outsiders?
Oh, no, it's just regular styrofoam. Lindy said close enough.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you don't like the green showing through there, I do. But down here is where you're really angling your flowers. Doobie 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 doo. Okay. So these have a thicker base. So you better put a lot of glue on it or pick it. These I pick.
Beverly comments everything.
You're funny,
Jen
Beverly.
wants to know where you get these.
The base you can get them at Michael's. I got this one at Sims Pottery, but it's a wholesaler. So if you have a vendor's license, you can order from them.
Do they carry those at Joann's?
It's the other kind, I think.
Like Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby
Carries
carries
something, some kind.
some kind, but they're expensive at Hobby Lobby.
I would be willing to bet you could probably get them on Amazon as well.
Oh yeah, you can get everything on Amazon. So I'm going right here on the other. Oh, this is too long. I can tell already. Sometimes you pick it and then go, oh no.
There she goes, wasting picks.
I'm gonna pick your butt in a minute. So once you get down here to the side, it's almost like you don't need much stem at all. I got glue spiders everywhere. Let's try this without glue for a minute.
Perfect. Look at that.
Woohoo! I will usually at the base of mine. What?
Oh.
Oh, my shoulder. Well, usually line it with the same kind of flower. Sometimes I put little carnations all the way around or little roses, but I like hydrangeas because they cover a lot of area. And I like the leaves because I save the leaves that I don't use to cover the bone. So I have a drawer underneath here. I got all these leaves. My granddaughter had a, what kind of little stuffed animal was that for at Christmas time? A koala? I don't know. She had this little stuffed animal. She carries stuffed animals everywhere she goes. And she said, Mommy looked up, they eat leaves. He's hungry. I said, come on up to Grandma's craft room. I'll get you a leaf.
Oh, yeah, it was a koala. She had her unicorn with her today.
Yeah, she had her unicorn today. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go up on the bottom here and fill in. And then I'll see where, like right here, I need to fill in a flower. Now, this is why I haven't made one of these live yet, because I always have like flowers everywhere.
Yeah, and you're kind of off your mat, so they really can't see what you're
I'm
doing.
getting there. Okay, so I got these here. So now you can see that we need something right here. And I probably don't want pink.
Or a dark pink, maybe.
Oh, I do have.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Lloyd saves the day.
He's getting awful cocky. Don't you guys feed into that when he starts doing the lives. So I'll probably put two. Another one right here. And there's nothing to say that you can't put the same flower next to one another.
Kathy says, thank you for sharing this with us. Very pretty.
Thank you. Some people have been wanting me to do this for a while. They saw the purple and yellow one I did recently. And they're like, you need to do one. So here it is, my hot mess and all. So now we're filled out.
Spicy disaster.
Spicy disaster.
That'll be me now.
So now what we did here, we want to do over here. So we'll try to keep it to where you can see it.
Hi, Sandy. Glad you could join us.
Hi, Sandy. We're having a spicy disaster. Because when I make grave saddles, everything's everywhere. Go down here and see my styrofoam. And you can see it from here. See how it just curves down. I'm going to have a mess to clean up when we're done because I'm just throwing my leaves on the floor.
Oh, cat will like that.
You guys are welcome. Yeah.
Sandy says,
Thank you. And a little hint, that was a little one, so it's not going to cover as much. If you would glue something in and it dries and it's too long, get in here and get your, take your stem and just like bend it a little bit and it'll bend right down in there and you won't even know. Just like that one's a little bit out.
Rosalind said she's definitely going to try this. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. And you always won't have, like my hole might be bigger on this side. Maybe you'll have to just bend them up or down. So we have this here, we have this here. Now we need one of these. Hi, Anne. So see how I'm full over here. I got a little bit of a hole here because the flowers aren't always the same size. So make sure that you're not pointed up the wrong way. So here's where things don't always end up symmetrical on each side because you have a hole that you need to fill in. What I will normally do is fill it in with the same flower right next to it. So even though there'll be two here and one here, you won't be able to tell. You have to stare at it to be able to tell.
I'm not going to lie. Grave saddles on Amazon, or the frames, I'm sorry, are still in the $9 to $10 range.
Wow.
Unless you want to buy a case of 50.
Oh my Lord, that'd be like a florist shop
You
or
can
something.
get a case of 50 for $92.95.
Okay. So see, I had to put two flowers here where I only have one because I had a bigger hole. But if you just look at it, you really can't tell. Honest. So now we have all this side done. They don't take too long once you get used to doing them. And now we will do over here what we did over there. Now I will try to, because I usually have to look and see what I put over there. Thanks, Roxanne. You can what, Lindy? So that's what I do is I look down this way at it. And they're not perfect. But you want to get that overall shape.
Oh, Wendy says she can tell there's a difference.
You're just a picky.
Me and Lindy have a connection now.
Oh, you and Lindy have a connection, do you? Well, your loved one under the ground is not going to be able to tell. So usually I'll hold it on the styrofoam, and if it's much more than this much, I'll trim it because you don't want to. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, you love me. You don't want to have to push too much of it in because that's when it starts bending.
And if anybody's curious, you can buy, let me scroll back to it here real quick, diamond engraved headstone, 24 by 12 by 3/4 companion flat grave marker, personalized on Amazon.
You can buy caskets through Walmart.com.
True.
You just can't return them.
$299.95. All right. That is enough playing around on.
You can buy a boat on Walmart.com too and have it shipped to the store. My son did. It was like a smaller boat, but still, it was funny.
It's a boat.
It's a boat. Yep. If I was close to my grandparents, I would probably put stuff on there all the time. Okay. So now we're keeping our shape. I always keep turning it. Like my white flower is just a little bit taller and it's kind of bugging me, but it'll be all right.
You need your lazy Susan.
Yeah, somebody's supposed to build me a lazy Susan.
You have one downstairs.
It's not big enough.
Now somehow it all became my fault.
Yep, it's your fault. Amazon has everything.
Pretty much.
Oh, thanks, T.
Some of it's kind of pricey though. You gotta be careful what you're.
I actually bought on Amazon throughout the year than I do at Walmart.com. Just because of the stuff that I want, and it gets here in 2 days, sometimes a day. I'm just going to keep turning this so I can see what I'm doing. Gotta make sure I'm putting the same flower over there. That one's going to have a peak. That one's small. It might have to get another one. Yeah, you do have to watch the prices on Amazon. Usually it's our shipping and packing materials that we get on there.
We buy a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
That's where I buy the sublimation ink and printer for the Epson.
Yeah.
I will not buy blank signs on Amazon though.
Yeah.
I've heard too many horror stories about them. sublimation blanks that aren't sublimation blanks.
Ooh.
Oh.
So now we're going to go across the bottom again, and then we'll see if we have any holes. Next time I do one of these, I'll just put a tote behind me.
Yeah, you could have.
I had to push that one in pretty hard. It might be too long. Now we'll just fill in the bottom. I know I will not be using that pick machine after I have surgery for a while, because that even hurt a little bit.
If you need help, let me know.
I'm reserving that end spot because I'm not so sure I don't want to put a white flower. But we'll see.
Lindsay wants to know what surgery you're having.
My left shoulder, I have to have rotator cuff surgery. I'm going to miss my inventory. See, we're going to have to fill in this little hole right there.
Rosalind says you're not allowed to put artificial flowers in the cemetery where her parents are.
So a lot of my dad and my brother, my dad's a cemetery sexton and the grave digger, and then my brother is the caretaker. Each one of the cemeteries, if they're in a group or whether they're separate, have a board of directors, and they make the rules for the cemetery. My dad hates having to pick up all the flowers in the cemetery. I said, thanks, Dad, because I make them. But his different cemeteries have different rules. Most of them, yeah, I'm so upset. Most of them you have to have the flowers up on the stone. So it either has to be a grave saddle, it has to be the vases that are attached to the stone. If they're up on the stone, they're good.
Yeah, Lindy, she is really super upset about
I'm really mad.
Missing inventory. That's her favorite thing to do in the world.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
I thought I had more purple hydrangeas.
Purple?
Or pink.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Back behind your tree. What's back there?
Oh, that's a coral color.
I can't tell what.
Well, shoot. This is when you improvise. I didn't drop any down that way, did I?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because these are all roses.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is...
Pull some out of one side, move them over.
Yep. Now I've already glued these, so it'll be a little bit of a trick. Oh, and it went into a leaf. I know I don't have any out there, hon, because I bought these. No, you don't. That darn leaf got glued in there. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what it did. Pulled out 2 flowers. See, I could tell you that I plan mistakes, so I could tell you how to fix them. That'd be a lie. So that one was up there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the 2 hydrangeas on the side on each side of this big one. I don't want to have to cut them out. There you go, Roxanne. So I pop the top off. He thinks he's looking for pink flowers, and I don't have any.
Well, I don't know.
This one's really glued in there. Okay, that stem's staying in there. And I'll show you how to fix that one. So I always keep a few of these. They're a coated, really heavy duty floral wire. And I'll stick it in the hole. Voila! Okay, so what are we going to do over here? I know what we can do. I got more peonies. Peonies! Thought I had another bush of hydrangeas, but I guess not. So we'll improvise. Now these aren't quite as full, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Well, Dawn, what she used to do when she first started making these is she would not glue anything. She would just put everything in until it looked to her satisfaction.
And then I'd have to go re-glue everything.
She'd pull everything out one at a time, glue it, and put it back in.
So once you get some practice at it, it's just like a wreath.
If she took an order for a grave saddle for somebody, that was a 2-day project.
1 day to make it, 1 day to glue it.
Pretty much. Well,
see how that
works.
Yeah. See, so what I did was I took out a hydrangea on each side and I replaced it with a peony. So that means that one's going to have to come out. And this one. Uh-oh, I cut myself. There's a paper towel right there for me.
Let me guess, you don't have any band-aids up here again. Where?
On the shelf. So the picks that I use are very, very sharp.
You need me to go get you a band-aid?
I'm not sure where I cut myself at.
Nancy says this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Roxanne says,
Oh, yeah, I'm going to need a Band-Aid.
peonies.
Peony.
Why can no one ever pronounce that flower?
It's a peony.
All right.
And
Wait, where's that box I bought you?
I don't know. Hand sanitizer or something. Oh, I found them.
Yeah, I bought you a whole box to keep up here.
But now I need something wet because I got blood on me.
All right, hang on.
So the steel picks are very, very sharp, and I was trying to pull it out, and I cut this up. Oh, what's a stem? Like, what is that? I nicked it. Peonies. Peonies.
Peony.
Peonies. Sounds like you're peeing on it or something.
Oh. I'm sorry, everybody. She gets weirder every day.
It'd have to be weird to marry to you.
Ow.
Ow! Clean myself up. Got about a quarter size cut over there. That'd be good. Didn't know we'd get hazard pay. We need hazard pay when we're making these things.
You have to get paid.
Get paid when I sell them.
You guys didn't know you were going to get a first aid lesson.
There we go. We're back in action. Okay. So, hold that one.
Nancy, look on Facebook Marketplace. Look on Craigslist online. Yep. And then there's a new app. It used to be called Let Go, but they changed the name to Offer Up. I don't know if they have a website or not. I have the app on my phone. That's where we found ours. And then one of the members of
Debbie, she was in here.
One of the members of the private group found one on Marketplace. Well, the one she found was listed on Marketplace and Craigslist. So just keep searching for them. I have not checked the Sam's Club website lately to see if they have them back in stock. I know they're $154 at Sam's Club. And then Hobby Lobby sells the same brand that Sam's Club has. They're $199.99. But that's for a new one.
I know, Debbie. That's good.
But if you can find one used, that'd definitely be your best bet. I've seen some on not Amazon, eBay, but the used ones are still going pretty, like over 100 on eBay as well. So just keep looking, you'll find one. I got really lucky. I found one the first night I was looking for one.
I know he went downstairs because I did a grapevine, I think, and someone goes, "You need a pick machine, Jeanette," and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't do florals that often." Well, I've been doing them more and more, but especially now since he bought me the pick machine, he found it by the time I got downstairs.
Found it that night, and then we went and picked it up the next day.
Yep.
Pure dumb luck, I promise.
Dumb.
Hey.
Here, I'm trying to cut myself again.
Nancy said she remembered when I found it. Oh yeah, I posted that all over Facebook. Look at the deal I found. Yeah, just keep looking, Nancy. You'll find one. And the way they're built, as long as you keep the mechanics up underneath with a little bit of oil on them, they look like they last forever.
So I pulled two out. Okay.
Got it figured out now?
I got it figured out now.
All right.
Maybe.
Just don't cut yourself anymore.
I make no promises.
Yeah, fair enough. Whoever said that crafting is a safe hobby is very, very wrong.
Here lately, I have burned myself really good.
When I first got my heat press, I burnt my arm quite a bit making t-shirts.
Reminds you of Elastotech?
Oh, it was worse. The heat press is 400 degrees.
Who were out there too? So we just had to do a little ab-libbing. I don't really need to stick this one in here, but I'm going to just because it's a one and only left. So now we have a hole right here.
You could probably fluff and fill that.
I'm working on it.
Or stick flour in it. There you go. I'm not sure if any of those places sell them or not, Laura, but I don't know if I would have paid that much for a new one, to be honest with you. I was pretty bound and determined I was going to find a used one.
So remember when I said I reserved the right to put something here? I don't think there's not enough room to put the big white ones. So I'm going to put one of those. And you don't have to do monotone, you know, all the same hues of a color. You know, I did that one that's purple and yellow. There we go. Nice and full. Like I said, I pushed up all my greens. If you don't like the green in there, you can always just not use them. I sold one today that I just didn't put any of the greens in there. Your phone went out.
That's not good.
So this is what I mean by Hot Mess Express, because just like I had planned to put the hydrangeas all the way around, and I ran out, so I had to improvise.
Roxanne said she found a vintage B&K on.
Nancy, sometimes I put a bow, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on the design of it. This one I'm probably not going to put a bow, just because the flowers are so pretty. Not that the other ones I do a bow aren't pretty. It's just, it kind of just depends.
Dawn, yes, I did miss your comment about the red truck signs. I apologize.
You want red trucks, red apples in the back of a red truck. I got it wrote down. I was looking the other day. Oh, I was on a site. Nancy Passor. Write Nancy Passor and Cemetery Picks down for me. I was on a site earlier when I was looking for flowers that they had picks. I don't remember if there was any angel ones, but I'll try and look and see if that site, and I don't remember if it was wholesale or not. You want to switch cameras? Hop to it, Skippy.
I'm working.
He's working.
I got like 5 things going on.
You're not a multitasker?
I only have 2 hands, but I got 5 things going on.
Oh, listen to him. You're welcome. Thanks, Lindy. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Joe. So here we are. There was only one place that I doubled up a flower, and it was right here. I actually had to look. So you see we have like around it here, and then we're like a half circle here, and that's pretty much what you want to do. Cemetery saddle. If I want to make a small one, I will usually do it on that other kind that I saw you. Even though the base of it is still 8 inches, you can maneuver that one. I'll usually, if they want a small one, I'll do deca mesh rolls in 15 ties, and I'll make that one sometime. And put flowers on top.
And if you're interested, the cheapest I could find, the grave saddle bases on Amazon was 3 for $19.95.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Thanks,
there's got to be a better place to buy them than Amazon.
Yeah, we'll look. If you have a vendor's license, Sims Pottery. If you don't, research and development. So if you're interested, I will put this on the site for sale. I do ship them. I do a lot of local sales for them. And we'll make a cemetery vase as well sometime.
Pam asked how big that is when finished.
So from you want from the flowers, the tip. So from the flowers, about 22 inches, and then these hang out another 3 or 4. So 22 inches by 15. That's just the flowers.
But you can make them different sizes.
Yeah, this is the big. This is the big one. I don't usually go real tall and like way out. You know, like.
Laura said
Wacky.
she loves your St. Patrick's Day drink.
Oh, thank you.
It's about to get a facelift.
It's about to get facelift. It's going to Easter and spring. It's okay, Sheila.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. You just always watch the replay. All right, guys. If you ever have any questions, don't feel bad about sending me a message. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Sometimes Floyd will say, he'll text me and say, hey, somebody asked you a question. Answer it at break.
Or sometimes I'll answer it if I know.
If he knows, he'll answer it. Sometimes he'll go, oh, that's out of my realm. That's all you. All right, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'll see you, what's today? Monday? Wednesday.
Wednesday at 6.
Wednesday at 6. All right. We'll see what goodies we can make up then. All right. Thanks for coming out. Happy crafting. Good night.